All right, when I bought this roll of quote unquote sealed 1985 Libertads, I was definitely intrigued. Got a nice looking toner on that end, and I was planning on keeping it sealed, but as you can see, we've got a seal that is partially broken. So, because of that, I'm going to go ahead and open this one right here. So, let's just do it. Now, these are 1985 Libertads. It's not one of the low mintage years. They made around 2 million of them that year. But it's always nice to see what we can find on these coins and what you see on the surfaces. Now, what you'll see right there is a nicely toned coin. So let me take this one off the scope. And let's just go ahead and push these out of here. There we go. Well, almost. And that should be all of them. All right, yep, I was just going to say there should be a nice little plastic disc on there, and there was. All right, so let's take a look at these. Now, this is coin number 1. Now, that's also got some very nice toning on it. But more importantly, let's see what that looks like on the scope. Actually, surfaces are fairly clean. Nice toning. Not seeing a lot of nicks or abrasions. Other side. Wow, also very nice. There is a little bit of a line up there above the motto, but otherwise looking pretty good. So here's what we'll do. We're going to label that coin number 1. And these will be available in my Whatnot auction this weekend for anybody who is interested. All right, let's do it this way. Let's see if I can get all 20 of them laid out this way. All right, this is coin number 2. Wow, look at the luster on that beauty. That is gorgeous. And those surfaces are also looking real nice. A little bit of toning, but I'm not seeing a lot of abrasions. A little pinhole maybe right there. That's about it. And then here, all right, that's a pretty clean looking coin. We've got a few little abrasions going on in here, but not too terrible. I am not upset with that one. This is why I love opening these early rolls of Libertads. You just never really know what you're going to find or what's going to be in there. I have found some beautiful toned coins. I've also unfortunately found some that were a little bit more damaged or scuffed than I would have liked. But so far, these are looking real good. And once again, I think we've got a pretty nice looking surface here for coin number 3. We've got, again, some nice toning going on this side. A little bit of a hit above her head there. Other side is looking like this. Toning carries forward a little bit on the edge. Couple of minor abrasions, nothing too significant. I like it. That is coin number 3. Number 4. All right. A little bit of color, not much, just some very light shades. Not too many abrasions. Oh, we got a nice one right there, unfortunately. Couple of hits to the body. And the obverse looks like that. Again, you got a little chatter going on in here. That's very common. Overall, that's not a bad looking coin either. I'll take it. That is number 4. Right. Coin number 5 looks like this. Again, very subtle coloration, not too significant. Just very light on the edges. Let's see, what do we got? Is that a little bit of a nick up there? I think so. And otherwise, it looks fairly clean. Couple of minor hits in the body area. Nothing too significant. Here we've got a little bit of chatter above the motto and a little bit of a hit above the head. A little bit of a rim ding right down here. All right, that is coin number 5. Number 6 also has a little bit of faint toning. Very light, very subtle. Couple of minor hits down there. Otherwise, that surface looks pretty clean. Little hit by the 1. Obverse looks like this. That's where you can really see some of the color coming in. A little bit of an abrasion there. A couple more scuffs up here. Not too shabby. That is number 6. Number 7 looks like this. And I'm not too upset with that either. We got a little bit of a hit over there under the A. A little bit of noise above her head. A little bit out there by the 1. A little bit down by the motto, down at the bottom here. So overall, what do you guys think so far? Do you think these would grade well? 63, 64, 65? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Let me know by number for that matter, as you've seen, or the ones you're about to see. Give me your opinion on what the grades would be. All right, just a little bit of chatter out here around the edges, like I said. Nothing terrible. Pretty common for these. All right, that's coin number 7. Give me your opinions on that one. This is number 8. Ooh, that one's looking pretty good. Look at the luster on that one. All right, a little bit of a hit up there at the top. A little something down there underneath the U and the R. And maybe some very light noise out by the 1 here. Otherwise, wow, that's really pretty. That one also has some very light, subtle toning and very light abrasions. That one is in really nice shape. All right. That one is coin number 8. Let me know what you think. All right, let's move these up. This is number 9. And wow, again, blazing luster. Look at that. That's just redonkulous. And I'm not seeing a lot. Maybe a little bit down there by her foot and right there above lay. Otherwise, that is remarkably clean. Obverse. Again, a little bit of chatter up there by the motto. That's about it. A little bit on the inside there. Whew, I like that one. All right, that's coin number 9. Now, when I'm done here, these are all going to get listed on Thursday and Saturday's whatnot listings. So if you see one of these that you like, you will actually be able to pre-bid once I get them set up. So if you see one you like, don't hesitate. Mark down the number so you know which one you want, and you make sure you're bidding on the right one. And otherwise, look at this one. This one's also pretty. I mean, we've got some very light little chatter out here and here. Otherwise, luster is amazing and relatively clean fields all around. Whoop. All right, we got a little bit going on at the top and between the motto, but that's overall not too shabby. All right, we're halfway, guys. That is number 10. Number 11 looks like this. And once again, pretty clean. All right, we got a little mark under the A there. A little bit of chatter out here by the 1. That's pretty good otherwise. Obverse. Couple of minor marks right there and in here. And a couple of minor pinholes. All right, I'm liking that one too. So let me know in the comments what you think coin number 11 would grade. All right, here's number 12. Again, very subtle, very minor contact marks out here. The fields are, again, remarkably clean. Maybe a little mark up here, a little bit of a line there. She does have a little hit under the tetas, but otherwise, pretty nice. You can focus. Come on. I know you can do it. There you go. Again, very clean surfaces. Almost nothing shows up, really. Couple of marks on the rim. That's about it. All right, that's number 12. Overall, I'd say this roll is looking pretty good. I am very pleased with the quality so far. All right, this is lucky number 13 and has some beautiful subtle colorations all the way around the rim there. Look at that. Wow. A little bit of a mark there by the 1. Otherwise, again, pretty clean fields. Little subtle mark there. Wow. I like it. Obverse looks like this. And again, you can see that color bleeding into the obverse. Both sides have it. Gorgeous. And again, just very light noise going on out here in the rim or in the near the motto there. All right, lucky number 13 is actually looking pretty nice to me. Let me know in the comments what you think of that one. Number 14. Again, nice little subtle coloration on the edge there. Little bit of a contact mark there, little line there, couple of marks, little chatter going on up there. That's more common on these than what we've seen so far. Although overall, I don't think that would knock the grade down more than 1 or 2, if that. I think that still could be a decent grade. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, there's your obverse. A little bit of something going on up there at the top right there. And a little bit of chatter going on in here, but not too shabby. All right, that is 14. Number 15 looks like this. All right, again, over by the one, a little bit of noise, not a lot, but a little bit. Near the motto down here by Mexico and another little one there. Minor contact marks, really. It doesn't look like they break the surface, so I'm not too worked up over that. And what do we got here? Anything to be discombobulated about? All right, a little bit of chatter at the top there in between the mottos and the rim. And it looks like that's about it. You know, another little mark here. I'm not broken up over that. All right, coin number 15. We're in the home stretch, everyone. Oh, let me make sure I mark that one. Hang on. All right, that's 15. This is 16. And we've got a little spot right there. Otherwise, a little bit of chatter right in here by the edge. Maybe a little bit. Oh, there's one down there under her arm and a little bit down there by her foot. Otherwise, pretty clean. Obverse. If it focuses, come on now. You can do it. There you go. Thank you very much. And that, all right, we've got a little spot right there, but otherwise, maybe a little rim ding right there. That looks really clean otherwise. Very minor chatter going on there. All right, that is number 16. 17 looks like this. Well, now, ain't she a beauty? All right, we do have a small little spot by the one and another little one right there. But man, otherwise, I've got a little mark by her hand. But those fields look pretty nice to me. Obverse is this. Again, just very minor chatter there under the motto. A little bit above the motto. Not discombobulated on that one. All right, coin number 17. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious. Number 18. Well, okay, we've got a very minor mark there. Some very light chatter there. And otherwise, oof, I think that one might be a very nice grade if it were to be submitted. Let me know in the comments. What do you think, everybody? And this is why I love these early Libertad rolls. You never know what you're going to find. All right, we've got a couple of very minor chatter marks right there, but man, otherwise, again, the obverse is almost as clean as the reverse. I'm not seeing a lot to detract from this coin. All right, I think that could be a very nice grade. Let me know. All right, we're down to the last two. That is coin number 18. Number 19 looks like this. I would expect these last two to have a little bit of color in them, and they do. All right, I know the next one does. Seeing very light chatter marks. Now, that's a little heavier right there, but again, I don't think that breaks the surface of the coin. It's a nice little rub mark, but I'm not seeing anything other maybe than that one little pinhole right there that breaks the surface of the coin. And here again, yep, some nice little patina coming in across that rim. A little bit of chatter. But yeah, the obverse on this coin looks really nice as well. Very light chatter up there. That's about it. All right. That is coin number 19. And last but definitely not least, is coin number 20. Now, look at this. Oh my goodness. Hang on, let me fix my overhead camera. What's going on here? Nope, not that one. This one. I knew that. All right, there we go. Look at the colors on this coin. All right, we've got browns, we've got orange, we've got a little bit of blue, we've got some rust color, maybe some grade of green. We've got all kinds of things going on that surface, color-wise, and I'm not seeing a lot of imperfections. That coin looks remarkably nice. Oh my goodness. Now, other side, interesting, looks pretty clean as well. Not a lot of color. It looks like it's limited to the reverse. But as this one spins, that looks real nice, everybody. All right, well, that is coin number 20. Overall, you know what? Let's just leave that one up there and let that spin. Overall, I have to say I am extremely pleased with the way this roll turned out. The quality, the color on some of these coins is magnificent. If you've enjoyed this video, please do me a solid, like the video. That will tell YouTube to recommend it to other people that might enjoy it like you. And please subscribe to the channel. I'm getting closer to 1,000. As a matter of fact, I'm almost at 800, so we're just about there. I look forward to seeing you the next time around. Thank you for watching. This has been the Educational